Look at these pictures. Each of these pictures illustrate the same portions of the earth, that is North America and South America. But here we find that the portions of the earth are illuminated differently. So here, although the same portions of the earth have been depicted, but the positions of the earth are different. For instance, in case of the first picture, we can see that major portion of North America is in light zone, while maximum part of South America is in dark zone. Quite contrary to it, in case of the third picture, we can see that only a small portion of North America is illuminated, while maximum part of it is in dark zone. While coming to South America, we can see that a major portion of South America is in light zone, while only a small portion of it lies in dark zone. Now coming to the second picture. In case of the second picture, we can see that both the portions of the earth receives equal amount of light and darkness. This is to say that both the continents of North America and South America receives equal amount of light and darkness. So from these pictures, we learn that the earth acquires different positions during its revolution around the sun. In today's lesson, we shall discuss about each of these positions in details. We know the earth revolves around the sun in an elliptical orbit. Now, it not only revolves around the sun but also rotates on a tilted axis. So due to this simultaneous occurrence of rotation and revolution, the earth's position with respect to the sun changes. Now this picture illustrates the different positions of the earth around the sun. Now let us mark these positions as A, B, C and D. We shall first check the condition of the earth at position A. Let's zoom into this picture. If we zoom into the previous picture, then the earth will look something like this. So this is the condition of the earth at position A. And here we find that the northern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun, while the southern hemisphere is far away from the sun. Also, the sun's rays are vertical over the Tropic of Cancer. So maximum part of northern hemisphere receives light from the sun, while a small portion of southern hemisphere receives light from the sun, while maximum of it is in darkness. Also, the duration of days and night vary. This is to say that the days are longer in the northern hemisphere while nights are shorter. On the contrary to it, the days are shorter in the southern hemisphere while nights are longer. So places lying to the north of the equator experiences summer, while places lying to the south of the equator experiences winter. Another point to be noted is that places lying to the north of the Arctic Circle experiences 24 hours of daylight, and places lying to the south of the Antarctic Circle experiences 24 hours of darkness. Now, do you know what is this moment of the year called when the sun rays are perfectly vertical over the Tropic of Cancer? Well, this moment of the year is called summer solstice, and this particular event occurs on 21st of June. So it is also known as June solstice. Now, this particular moment of the year when the sun's rays are vertical over Tropic of Cancer is referred to as summer solstice or June solstice by taking into consideration the northern hemisphere, and this is done just for our own convenience. And we know that during this particular moment of the year, the northern hemisphere experiences summer season in the month of June. So therefore, this moment of the year is known as summer solstice or June solstice. So we learned that at position A, the northern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun while the southern hemisphere is away from the sun. And the sun's rays are vertical over Tropic of Cancer, and this moment of the year is known as summer solstice, and it occurs on 21st of June. Now let us see what happens as the earth revolves and shifts to position C. Well, let's again zoom into this picture. So if we zoom into the previous picture, then our earth will look something like this. So this is the condition of the earth at position C. Here we find that the northern hemisphere is tilted away from the sun while the southern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun. Also, the sun's rays are vertical over Tropic of Capricorn. As a matter of fact, the places lying to the north of the equator experiences winter, while the places lying to the south of the equator experiences summer. Also, the days are longer in the southern hemisphere while nights are shorter. On the contrary to it, the days are shorter in the northern hemisphere while nights are longer. Again, if you move beyond the Arctic Circle, then there is 24 hours of darkness, and if you move to the south of Antarctic Circle, then you find that there is 24 hours of complete daylight. Now, do you know what is this moment of the year called when the sun's rays are vertical over Tropic of Capricorn? Well, when the sun's rays are vertical over Tropic of Capricorn, then this particular moment of the year is known as winter solstice. This particular event takes place on 22nd December. So, another name for winter solstice is December solstice. Now here again, winter solstice or December solstice is named by taking into consideration the northern hemisphere, which experiences winter during the month of December. So therefore, this moment of the year when the sun's rays are vertical or perpendicular over Tropic of Capricorn is known as winter solstice. So we learned that when the sun's rays are vertical or perpendicular over Tropic of Cancer, then it is known as summer solstice or June solstice. Whereas when the sun's rays are vertical or perpendicular over Tropic of Capricorn, then it is known as winter solstice or December solstice. Summer solstice, as discussed earlier, occurs on 21st of June, whereas winter solstice occurs on 22nd December. Now, do you know why these moments are known as solstice? Well, solstice is a combination of two words where sol stands for sun and stis stands for stop or stand still. Now look at this picture. In this picture, we find that the sun's rays are vertical or perpendicular over Tropic of Cancer on summer solstice, and the sun's rays does not shift further northwards beyond this latitude. Similarly, on winter solstice, the sun's rays are perpendicular or vertical over Tropic of Capricorn and does not shift further southwards beyond this latitude. So the sun's position comes to a standstill or stationary beyond these two particular latitudes, and therefore this particular moment of the year is known as solstice. So previously we have discussed that at position A, the earth experiences summer solstice, whereas at position C, the earth experiences winter solstice. We shall now check the condition of the earth at positions B and D. But before proceeding with our lesson, let us see if we can answer this. You will have to identify the date on which winter solstice occurs. Is it on 21st June, 22nd December, 21st December or 22nd June? What do you think? Well, the correct answer is 22nd December. Winter solstice occurs on 22nd December, whereas summer solstice occurs on 21st of June. So the correct answer is 22nd December. We shall now discuss about the conditions of the earth at positions B and D. Well, at both these positions, we find that a tilted earth faces the sun. Now, if we zoom into position B, then our earth will look something like this. Here, we find that the sun's rays are vertical over the equator. And also, the days and nights are of equal durations throughout the globe. Now, the condition of the earth at position B is known as autumn equinox. Well, this is because we know that at position A, the northern hemisphere experiences summer, whereas southern hemisphere experiences winter, while at position C, the northern hemisphere experiences winter, whereas southern hemisphere experiences summer. Now, as the earth moves from position A to position C, we find that in northern hemisphere there is a transition from summer to winter. Now, this transition period between summer and winter is known as autumn. On the contrary to it, we find that as the earth moves from position A to position C, there is a transition from winter to summer in southern hemisphere. So therefore, this condition of the earth at position B is referred to as autumn equinox. Here again, this moment of the year has been named as autumn equinox by taking into consideration the northern hemisphere, which experiences autumn at this position, whereas the southern hemisphere experiences spring at this position, because there is a transition from winter to summer in southern hemisphere. Now, let's check the condition of the earth at position D. Well, again at position D, we find that a tilted earth faces the sun, and the sun's rays are vertical over the equator. Also, here again, the days and nights are of equal durations throughout the globe. Now, the condition of the earth at point D is referred to as spring equinox. This is because we know that at position A, the northern hemisphere experiences summer, whereas southern hemisphere experiences winter. While at position C, the northern hemisphere experiences winter, whereas the southern hemisphere experiences summer. So, as the earth revolves or shifts from position C to position A, there is a transition from winter to summer season, and this transition from winter to summer, as we know, is known as spring. So therefore, the condition of the earth at position D is known as spring equinox. Now here again, this moment has been referred to as spring equinox by taking into consideration the northern hemisphere. However, in case of southern hemisphere, we find that as the earth shifts from position C to position A, there is a transition from summer to winter season. So although northern hemisphere experiences spring at position D, but southern hemisphere experiences autumn, that is the transition period between summer to winter in southern hemisphere. Now this particular event, when the sun's rays are perpendicular over the equator, occurs on 21st March. Now another name for spring equinox is vernal equinox, where vernal means fresh or new beginning. Now since we know that during spring season new flowers and leaves grow, therefore another name for spring equinox is vernal equinox. So we learned that equinoxes can be of two types, spring equinox and autumn equinox. Now this moment of the year when the sun's rays are perpendicular over the equator is referred to as equinox. Now, equinox is a combination of two words where equi means equal and nox means night. So, this moment of the year when the sun's rays are vertical over the equator is referred to as equinox because we have equal days and nights at this position of the earth. So, when the sun's rays are vertical over the equator, we refer to it as equinox. So, these are the different positions of the earth with respect to the sun as the earth revolves around the sun. At position A, as discussed previously, the earth experiences summer solstice and this particular movement takes place on 21st of June. At position B, the earth experiences autumn equinox and it occurs on 23rd September. Now, as the earth shifts to position C, it experiences winter solstice and winter solstice occurs on 22nd December. Now, finally, at position D, the earth experiences spring equinox and spring equinox occurs on 21st March. So, here we find that as the earth revolves around the sun and also rotates on its axis, its position changes with respect to the sun. We shall now compare the two moments of the year, that is solstice and equinox. On solstice, as we know, the sun is vertical over either of the two tropics, that is either over Tropic of Cancer during summer solstice or over Tropic of Capricorn during winter solstice. On the contrary to it, the sun is vertical over the equator during equinox. Now, solstice occurs either on 21st June or 22nd December. Well, on 21st June, summer solstice occurs, whereas on 22nd December, winter solstice occurs. Now, coming to equinox. Equinoxes occurs either on 21st March or 23rd September. Now, as we know, on 21st March, spring equinox occurs, whereas on 23rd September, autumn equinox occurs. During solstice, the respective hemispheres enjoy either summer or winter. Now, if you remember, I mentioned earlier that during summer solstice, the northern hemisphere experiences summer, whereas southern hemisphere experiences winter. Whereas during winter solstice, northern hemisphere experiences winter, whereas southern hemisphere experiences summer. Now, coming to equinox. During equinox, the respective hemisphere either enjoy autumn or spring. During autumn equinox, as we know, the northern hemisphere experiences summer, but southern hemisphere experiences spring. Whereas during spring equinox, the northern hemisphere experiences spring, but the southern hemisphere experiences autumn. During summer solstice, as we know, in northern hemisphere, the days are longer while nights are shorter. Whereas in southern hemisphere, the days are shorter while nights are longer. Whereas during winter solstice, the reverse occurs. Now, coming to equinox. During equinox, as we know, the days and nights are of equal durations during both autumn equinox and spring equinox. So, these are the important point of distinctions between solstice and equinox. Now, an important effect of the Earth's revolution around the sun is formation of seasons. So, the different seasons that we get to enjoy on Earth, like spring, summer, autumn and winter, occurs because the Earth revolves around the sun. Now, if you remember, just now we discussed how the position of the Earth changes with respect to the sun, and due to this we have solstice and equinoxes, which eventually gives rise to different seasons on the Earth. Had the Earth would have been static at one position, then we might not be able to enjoy these different seasons on the Earth. So, revolution is an important motion of the Earth, and it eventually leads to formation of seasons on Earth. So, this is all about today's discussion on revolution of the Earth. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. You can also register for free at deltastep.com or download the DeltaStep app to learn one-to-one with our amazing teachers or to get access to our 5,000 amazing videos as per your school syllabus. Master each topic with our adaptive practice technology. Get million plus questions with step-by-step solutions and unlimited mock tests. Get all your doubt resolved instantly. Learn via games and win amazing prizes like PlayStations and iPads. So at DeltaStep, learning is not just fun and easy, but it's rewarding too. So register for free now.